Hey guys, it's Hey Pastor. Have you seen this? Just a viral connection of videos that we've been putting out from you guys, scraping the bottom of the internet, as Dan would say, and grabbing some content, throwing it our way, and then we get to watch it, never seeing it before, and then try to make sense of what you're showing us from a Christian worldview. And so, haven't seen this before, excited to see it, so let's watch this together.
Who created Satan?
God did.
Did God know what Satan was going to do?
Yes.
Would you create a bad guy on purpose?
No.
Why?
Because he's bad.
Because he's bad. And then you wouldn't release him upon your children and say, free will. I mean, no. I would hope not anyways. I would hope not, Chris.
Oh, okay. So, interesting video. I think they're trying to make the argument that a good God would not create Satan, or that the idea that he would not create an evil thing. And to understand that, you have to kind of understand the idea of who Lucifer, Satan, was, and understand that basically it comes down to the question, do angels have free will? And does God give angels free will the same way he gives us free will? And is that the same thing? And I think it is, in the sense that God does not control what they do, but rather is encouraging them to do what they should do. And so when you look at Lucifer, who was the angel of worship and singing and beauty, and then he decides that, I want to be God, kind of like how Adam and Eve said, I want to know what God knows. He got punished for that. So the idea that, okay, why would God create Satan somehow connects to why Satan fell, is a jump for me, because I don't think that's the idea. And you start talking about all-knowing, omnipotent, omnipresent God. Obviously, he had to have known, right? He had to have known what was going to happen. So why would he allow it to happen? And why would he allow Satan to tempt Adam and Eve? And then why would he allow all this bad stuff to happen with the Nephilim? And why would he flood the entire earth and wipe out humanity? I'm sure you're asking all of those questions, right? And those are all really good questions to ask. But to say that a good God was just maliciously behind this, that he was somehow intent on this idea that oh man, I'm just going to release evil into the world, and that's kind of my goal, is to release evil in the world, is far-fetched for me. And I'm sure that there are better answers than what I'm saying right now. But that's kind of my approach, as I've never seen this video before. And it's something I've just kind of been thrown on the spot with, is that I don't believe that God controls his angels, because that's not love. It's not loving to control any being. And I don't think he treats his angels that way. I don't think he chooses to control them. And I also don't think that the same way he chooses to just let us do what we are going to do, right? And gives us free will. And so ultimately, God creates a path of redemption and actually writes the path of Satan and conquers him. And actually in Genesis 3 and 4, he actually already predetermines that by saying that the human's heel will be bit by the snake, but that the serpent's head will be crushed by the heel, meaning that it was actually talking about the crucifixion of Jesus, and that he would have to suffer on the cross, but that through that suffering that the snake would die and lose its power. So the idea that power is lost through the cross and the resurrection should show God's heart for us, for humanity, and that he wasn't intending evil to just take over the world. That's all I got to say. If you have any videos to send us, send them to socials at ac3.org. We would love to see them and make a fool of ourselves like I just did.